Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be cutting a whole chicken, but first let me show you the table that I built that we're going to be working on today. So in my first tutorial video I was cutting on a plastic table that was kind of wonky and everything and had a lot of complaints. So I actually built this table shortly after, this butcher block here, and I used maple, and this is a different species maple, and I also used tiger wood, which is this red right here, and kind of staggered it. So this is all hardwood up here, and it's about 1.5 inches thick. And I also used paddock for my shelving on the bottom, and the frame is made out of fir. Right on the side here I've got a little magnet. So a lot of people were complaining about the magnet because you know, if you have kids or dogs, you know, one of them comes by and gets cut, which is actually a pretty valid point. And to be honest, I only put this magnet on here as a selling point for me to make these. But actually I did think about maybe creating like a slot that was like enclosed right here. But the problem with that is you get all that meat and protein buildup on the inside of it, and it's just not very sanitary. So first thing I do is steal my knife. Yeah, I was really contemplating on whether I should do this video on chicken or not, because I've been cutting meat for 15 years, and after cutting so long, chicken just is like one of the most basic things that I learned, and I just kind of figured that everybody knew how to cut chicken, you know, but I guess that's not the case from a lot of you guys' comments. Hopefully this helps some of you guys. See, got to make sure there's no giblets in there. Sometimes they're hidden back here in a little bag. Nope, didn't include them on this one. Alright, so the first thing I do is cut the wings off. Doesn't really matter. I mean, you can start really anywhere, but so when you're cutting the wings, you want to kind of pull it back to where it's nice and taut. You can kind of see where that skin connection there is to the main body. So I'm going to cut that and just a little score and pull back, and you can kind of see where this joint is. You can cut it little by little until you can hear that separation and then see where that joint is physically. I know where it is just because, you know, I've been cutting these for years, so I don't really have to do that. But once you pull back, then you can see where these two joints are. You just come in and just cut that off. Get the other wing off, and you always want to cut more towards not the body of the chicken, but outward. You want to cut as least amount of meat on there as possible. So for the thigh, you just want to cut this, just score this skin right here, and pull back. Cut it again right here along the body, and then you want to put your fingers right below where that thigh is right here, right where it connects to the backbone and the main body. You can kind of feel it, and you want to push up like this, and you'll see that bone come up right there. So you want to just score it underneath as close to the body as you can, and just cut as close to the body as you can all the way through, because this joint's already separated. So there we go. Here's your leg quarter. Now we don't need this thing. Okay, put that in there. Now for the main body, when you're separating the back from the breast, I like to come up here, and you just want to kind of score it along the, just almost in half, and you'll kind of see where these bones, the backbone connects with the breast. You kind of want to go right in the middle, and then kind of angle your knife more towards the backbone. Cut through there, there we go. Then cut all the way through. Now at the breast, you want to flip it on its on the top, and just take your knife and just kind of put your hand on the top of the blade, and at an angle just kind of push down to break through that breastbone. And you can leave the back whole if you want to, or you can cut it in half. Now with the leg quarters, you want to peel back that skin, and you can kind of see where that little fat line is right there, and put your fingers on the bone and feel that joint, and you just want to cut right in between that joint there. Okay. Takes some practice to get it right. Sometimes you hit that knuckle and you won't go all the way through, but as long as you see that separation, that fat right there, that's where that joint is. So, and then you can kind of feel with your thumb in between that joint. You can actually see it right there. So just take your knife and cut right in between that. There you go. Okay, here you can see we have it all separated out. We've got our backbone here, and you can use your backbone for chicken stock. Boil this down. Use it for chicken noodle soup. Then we've got our breasts, wings, drumsticks, and thighs. So hopefully you guys learned something from that video, and hopefully it wasn't too boring. To me, it's kind of basic stuff, so I know it's not that way for most people these days. So what I think I'm going to do with these guys is tonight I'm going to smoke these on my Traeger grill, but for now I'm going to coat these guys in a little bit of olive oil and some Stubbs barbecue rub, and let these guys kind of season for about 4 or 6 hours. I'll just coat these guys with a little bit of olive oil so that seasoning adheres really well to these guys. These guys are going to be good. Alright, that's plenty. I like to coat mine pretty well, because after these are cooking, they lose a lot of that seasoning. So that was pretty good though. I think I remember these being a little bit spicy, the seasoning, so hopefully my daughter will eat it. I'm a much better cutter than I am a cook, so a lot of this is kind of experimental for me, so usually it turns out pretty good though. So what's something that you guys want to see me cut on the next episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.